Okay, so now this is really the first day of my new life. Again, I've escaped across the country, as I've told you. I spent the evening meeting these people that I thought were suppressives, but I knew from talking to them on the phone they were very kind to me. And having spent the evening talking to Bob and Stacy, I realized I had just bought into so many lies about those people and Jesse, right? So now I go to sleep and I wake up. I'm in my nightgown, just like now. And in honor of Mark Bunker, who said, "You've got to do the nightgown story," I'm going to tell you. Okay, so wait. First, hang on. Oh, darn, just a second. Hang on just a second. I got to get it. Oh, shoot. What did I do with it? Oh, yeah, here we go. I got props. Okay, so I'm in my nightgown. It's my first day of my new life. And okay, so it's the 21st, which is really tomorrow. This still makes me sad. I get a message from my ex-husband. Here it is. I'm pooped. Came down earlier to see you if you wanted to watch a movie, but there was no answer. Call me in the morning, right? And I'm kind of like amazed. It's like, you want to see a movie? And I think, again, remember, I know all the stuff O said, not all the stuff by any means, because I didn't at the time, but I knew some of this stuff. And I knew they were very manipulative. And I figured these guys talked to Yachty, and Yachty looked at my folders, and what is one of the things Tori and Harold do? On the weekends, they go to the movies. So, that's something that'll get them connected. So let's have Harold ask her to come see a movie. And I'm like, are you kidding me? I mean, I have leaped off of a mountain. Like I told you, I felt like it was about 1,000 feet high. There was a little sign at the bottom. You might make it if you jump. I make the leap. I feel like I'm totally nude when I leap. So now here I am in my nightgown. Big deal. I mean, I feel like in front of the whole world, I leaped out nude, saying, here I am, here's who I am, right? So, okay, I'm in a nightgown. Okay, big deal, right? So I wake up in the morning. I go over into Bob and Stacy's room. And remember, Harold had knocked on their door over here, and Bob had opened it saying Tori's sleeping, right? So now I wake up over here. I go over into their room. I'm sitting on the bed, just like this, in a nightgown. It's a different nightgown, but I mean, I'm sitting here, and Bunker's there. And we're laughing because, remember, Bunker and I have been through it a bunch of different times, with me in the Church of Scientology and he there as a critic, right? And now I'm out of the Church of Scientology. So I give him a big hug, and we're sitting on the bed just talking, right? And my husband goes to this other door and knocks on the door. Now remember, I'm over on the other side with Bunker, talking to him in Bob and Stacy's room. So Harold tries this door, and Bob goes from here over to there, opens the door, and says, she's busy. But he looks in, and he sees me over here with Mark Bunker in a nightgown and has a heart attack. And he's been talking about that ever since, that Tori was even in a bedroom with Mark Bunker in a nightgown. And to us, it was funny, because it was like, who cares? It's not like I was nude or something. I'm in a nightgown. I'm in a flannel nightgown. It's not something you can even see through. I'm sitting there talking to them. It's like big deal. It was like the least thing in my life, right? But anyway, there you go, Marky. That's that. So that whole day goes on. I get that message from him. I get this message from him, which I saved, this one. Tori, call me when you get up. I want to talk to you. right? And there's his phone number. But I kind of know, I mean, I think I talked to him briefly, but it was just very briefly, because I knew if I really got into it with him, all he was going to do is the typical OSIS stuff, invalidate Stacy and Bob. I thought of all the lies that had been told to me over the years about Stacy, about Bob, about Jesse, about Mark Bunker. It's just like amazing how they build in these things, and you believe them because they must be true. It's your church, right? So I thought, I don't want to get into it. I know he's going to go into all kinds of stuff, and I want to spend some time with them and get to know them, right? So pretty much, I just talked to him very, very little bit, and I think that's where he got his Tori had the affair, right, with the millionaire. Because Bob had opened the door saying, I'm sleeping, and Bob had opened the door on the other side saying she's busy, right? So it's sort of like Bob's a millionaire, or was, he passed away, but anyway, I wasn't having an affair with Bob at all, but anyway, Harold got that, and I think that's where it's from, or some other stuff, but it's not true, and I've told him that forever. Bring over who I had the affair with. I'd love to meet him. So anyway, there it is. It's my first day of my new life, and now I am meeting Bunker. I'm talking with Jesse. We're having a good time. Stacy and Bob leave. I don't realize that they're leaving to go meet with Ursula, which it turned out Osa had sent a flock of people to the airport for that, calling her a Nazi and everything else. That was a whole nother nightmare, but I didn't know anything about that. So then I get dressed and I go to have dinner with some friends. And I'm there, we're on the causeway, and you have to understand, for years and years, I have to finish this. I gotta get this telephone. But anyway, I love you guys. I'll finish the rest later. Bye-bye.